Okay, is it working? Can y'all let me know in the chat if you can see me and whatnot? Okay, I think it should be working, right? Can everybody hear me? Give me some stuff in the chat if everybody can tell that things are going correctly. I've never done this before, so let me know if things are going in the chat. All right, fantastic. Yeah, so today's video, I wasn't planning on doing gameplay, but if y'all feel like it and I have time, we could play some games and that could be fun. But the main idea was to make a 300,000 subscriber celebration video, but I don't like doing the editing on a regular just face cam video. I'd rather just talk to you all directly. That seems way more interesting and interactive than just me talking in front of a camera and then editing it myself. This way I can actually answer your questions directly. So that's what the chat is for. Go for it. There is also a donation link if y'all want to do that. Last time I streamed, people were a bit sad there wasn't a donation link, so there should be one in the description of the video, and if you want, you can send donations that way, and it's completely fine by me, but it's not at all necessary. Play MK with us. Do I watch anime? Heck yeah, I watch anime. In fact, just the other day on Netflix, which I'm thinking of canceling Netflix because it's got a lot of bad stuff, but the anime is actually pretty good on there. And I watched the Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. And that's actually a fun, lighthearted, like, heartfelt anime movie, and it was fun. I got a lot of questions here. That's the anime one. How do you deal with copyright and all that junk? Very carefully. The good news is when you upload a video on YouTube, there is an option to make it unlisted, and you should do that. Don't make it private. If you make it private, YouTube doesn't actually look over it. If you make it unlisted, then the YouTube bot does all its magic, and it will see if there's any copyrighted stuff in there. And if it is, you have to find out where it is. Usually it tells you. The only time YouTube doesn't tell you about things that can affect your video is when it's demonetized from violence, and I hate that. If there's a song, it'll tell you, like, hey, this exact part of the video, that's copyright. So you either remove that part and do a different song, or you can be a bit cheeky like me, and you can use an audio pitch adjuster and keep the song in there completely, but just change the pitch so that YouTube doesn't recognize it, because legally, you're allowed to actually use copyrighted stuff, but YouTube still says no. There's a reason, like, there are exceptions that let you use copyrighted material, and it's usually in situations like below 30 seconds or whatever, and my copyrighted stuff is never more than 10 seconds, so I'm completely within fair use, especially when you're critiquing it or making something new with it. Underdog, just please give me a shout out. Okay, XX Diego, XX, you got it. What do you teach as a teacher? I teach a lot of things. I teach animation, both 3D and 2D animation. I teach some graphic design courses, and I teach video game programming. I also did website design for a little bit, which is very similar to video game programming. They're not that different. My favorite Netherrealm fighter. Do you mean the games, or do you just mean like the character period? Because that's going to get really complicated. If you're asking my favorite to play, I think it might be Injustice 2, honestly. I like MK11, but the breakaway system bothers me a lot that I'm constantly having to second guess my combos. And I feel like the combos just aren't very flashy. I like how Injustice 2 has really, really flashy combos. However, I don't like all the keep away in Injustice 2, so that's a problem. Oh boy, everyone's going to want shout-outs now. It's Yavuz. He wants a shout-out too. I hope you said your name right. It's Yavuz. Can you turn on comments? Are they not? Isn't that what the chat is for? Who's the most fun character in Mortal Kombat 11? Shao Kahn, I think. Shao Kahn's ridiculously fun. Jackie Variation 3, I know it's like custom variations now, but back in the day she only had Variation 3. That was my favorite for a while because it was the only variation that people couldn't use. What I mean is the skill cap was high, so the average player could not use Variation 3 Jackie, so I felt a bit unique when I rocked that variation online especially. At tournaments you saw it everywhere, but because of tournaments everyone's a good player. Online I saw almost no Variation 3 Jackies. I don't think I saw a single one actually. And then Shao Kahn's the most fun though. For like at this point in time, Shao Kahn's the most fun to play. Frost will always be my girl. She was my initial main. She's very fun. Noob Saibot's also crazy fun right now after they added custom variations. He's really fun. So yeah, it's all great. Will I ever do a versus the viewer stream? Heck yeah, I will. It's going to require me to probably be on a break of some kind though, because I do have the day job where I'm a teacher, and I want to be able to stream for a very long time. Like a long, like 6 to 8 hour window I want to stream, and I can't do that currently while I'm working. What's my favorite anime? That's impossible. That's like picking children. I will say one of my favorite animated or anime films to watch is A Silent Voice. I know it's a cheesy slice of life, you know, heartfelt film, but it's really good. Action-wise, I'm watching My Hero Academia, but it's been downhill ever since like season 2. Season 3 kind of held on, and season 4 kind of tried to redeem it, but I'm kind of bored right now in the newest season. I've already said what I teach. I'm sorry if you want to hear that part. Just rewatch this video, and I say it towards the very start of the video. What's my opinion on Brawlhalla? I've never played it, and for the longest time I didn't like Smash Bros. I respected it, but I didn't like playing it because it felt entirely different. I didn't like subtle things like how your character can be facing the wrong way. That really bothered me. I know you can change it and like adjust for it, and that's a big part of the game. And once I learned that, I was like, okay, it's fun now. I spend so much time learning Min because the most popular fighting game, especially among like younger like audiences, is Smash Bros. So whenever my students wanted to play a fighting game on a day that we had free time, it was always Smash Ultimate. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try to learn Smash Ultimate so I'm not bodied constantly. And it got to the point, I'm proud to say, where I bother my students. They get really upset fighting me because I can't actually win somewhat consistently now. I still lose just as much, but it's like an even 50-50, and that's awesome. The most fun character in Injustice 2, Black Canary, I would say. In Injustice 1, it would be Killer Frost, but they're all fun. Bane's also really fun. The annoying thing is Bane doesn't have the tools as much to deal with Keep Away, and if you do use his tools, like the Venom buff, he becomes weaker once it deactivates, so he's punished for using his tools to get in. It's kind of ridiculous. What's my real name? I can't do that one. That would be doxing myself, sorry. Can I see your abs? Well, I don't know what YouTube allows and doesn't allow, so I probably can't do that. It's on Google, though. If you just Google True Underdog, I think it pops right up. So that's like from a while ago, and I let myself go a bit, and the abs started to fade. Then I brought them back recently over the summer. They're back to where they were, but I don't think I can show it. How do I feel about Katana as a character? I mean, gameplay-wise, she's awesome. The idea for using fans and stuff to fight. A lot of people bring up a good point, though, that until like MK11, she didn't really do very much. She was always either a damsel in distress or just like cliche assassin lady. So it's kind of cool how in 11 she was doing more. How old am I? I'm older than 25, but I'm not 30. Is that fair? Who has the better Mortal Kombat 11 combos, Frost or Sub-Zero? I mean, in terms of hits, I think that like Frost gets more hits, but I think with the crushing blows and the custom variations, Sub-Zero probably gets longer, flashier combos. But I mean, I think Frost does more hits technically, because like that one move where she spins, she does like 17 hits. Where's the bathrobe? Currently in the bathroom. I may bring it out, but I'll be honest with you guys, it makes me sweat up a storm. Currently where I live in Texas, which is a very big state, so hopefully I can't get doxxed from just that. But I live in Texas, and it's very hot most days. And I don't have any blind, like I don't have like any, what do you call these? Blackout like curtains. So the sunlight and heat does get in. And if I put the bathrobe on, I'm going to be sweating up a storm. What do I think about Fortnite? Never played it. But I saw recently they had that crazy Ariana Grande event. And I don't even know much about that celebrity. My students love her. I'm not a very big celebrity guy. I'll just be honest with you. I know YouTube celebrities, but when it comes to like music and stuff, I'm not about that kind of life. I'm not a celebrity worship kind of guy. But the event itself was really cool. The idea that like when VR gets really popular, you can like put on a VR headset and go to a concert like that instead of the boring usual sit in like a crowd and just stare at a stage. That's going to be next level once that starts to happen. And that's going to be the new thing. You can quote me on it. That's going to keep growing, not just for Fortnite, but for concerts in general. I wouldn't be surprised if I start adapting that. Opinion on Thick Lena. A lot of people got upset with the character design changes in the film. I didn't care because I knew the film was going to be drastically different from the games. It was not a big deal for me at all. I think it would have been a great costume for the game, actually, because she looks so different from regular Molina. It would have been a very interesting costume. But shockingly, we did not get any movie costumes. That still kind of blows my mind. That seems like free money, but I think they were already done at that point and just didn't tell anybody. Like, they were already working on the new game. This hair, I'm sorry, it's got these huge wings on each side. I don't know why it's doing it. They weren't there until like 10 minutes. Humidity in Houston. Yeah, I'm glad I don't live in Houston. Neuralink. I don't know about it, sorry. Showstopper Johnny Cage is awesome. It was my favorite before they added custom variations. I'm sad that the camera photo had to replace the nut punch, but it's infinitely better. It's like Sub-Zero's ice ball, pretty much, only it's like better. It doesn't travel, but it holds the opponent in place for a jump in and stuff, and I think its damage scaling isn't as high as Sub-Zero's ice ball. KingBot15 wants a shout out. There you go, buddy. One of my fave YouTubers. Can you prove that? Can you prove it? Do you own every single shirt on the merch store? Can you prove you're my favorite fan? Just kidding. Cosplaying as Selfie? Like cosplaying as myself? Or is Selfie like a person? You capitalize it. Do I play Counter-Strike? No. My students do. Okay. Sorry, I have huge allergies. It's not the big bad virus, I swear. I just have really bad allergies, always have. Do I still like Dragon Ball FighterZ? I do. The problem is I didn't keep up with it because I already worked the day job. And I have some passion projects too that I've been working on that take up a huge amount of time. And I can't wait to show it to all of you. It's like one of like I'm super excited about it. I've been working on it for several years now and I'm really excited to reveal it. But I'm working on that plus the YouTube channel plus my day job. So I can't juggle two different fighting games, right? And Dragon Ball FighterZ kept getting updates and adding more characters. Then it added like 2 more assists for every character, and it's just too much for me to keep up with. And in that game, you have to know what every character can do or you're dead, and I don't know what they can do. So if I went online, I get destroyed. Now with that said, I'm still the best among all of my friends at that game. So I'm still good at it. Guilty Gear Strive content, I posted some. It just doesn't do very well. And unfortunately, the nature of the beast is, if I was to commit fully to Guilty Gear, then my channel would be alienating all the people that like the Mortal Kombat stuff. And that is a majority of the viewers. So it's not the money thing. It's more that I notice how few people watch the Strive stuff. And I'm like, man, I know they really like it and they're very passionate. And I will make, every time a new character comes out, I will try to make like 3 or 4 videos on that character if I can. But I can't just commit fully to a new game because that would alienate everybody who already loves the channel and loves the Netherrealm stuff. Okay, Toby James wants a shout out. Hey, Toby James, what's up? Have I ever tried to play blindfolded? That sounds intense. I have not. I'm actually way more visual than I am sound when it comes to games. My buddy did that. He's so good at Tekken that he can play Tekken somewhat blindfolded and listen for all the cues and block stuff correctly based on the sound of the hits, which is nuts. Okay, tips for building a following for a new channel. So, does that imply that you already have a following on your existing channel? If so, then what you can do is on your main channel at the end of each video, or like maybe a minute or 2 minutes in, you can give a slight shout out to your secondary channel. You don't want it to be obtrusive and bother people with how often you say it. That's why at the end can be better, but the issue is at the end, people leave the second they hear that outro. I know y'all do, okay? I don't blame you for it, but I know for a fact so many people who watch YouTube, they'll be like, they'll watch the video, and then the second they hear your outro, they leave. Like, they book it. And that's completely fine. I get you have better things to do than listen to my outro. But that's why I'm saying that having your shout out to your second channel at the end of the video can actually be a detriment. That's why you probably want to sneak it in about the 1 or 2 minute mark. Because most people stop watching after 2 minutes, which is ridiculous, but it's true. Let's see. My favorite character from every fighting game? That's impossible. I will give you a few. So in Soul Calibur, I like Tira. She's just a crazy lady. I like Ivy a lot too because her moves are awesome and really cool looking. Yoshimitsu is my favorite in Tekken and Soul Calibur though. But to play, I just want to try to make Tira work because she's so weird and different. And who else is there? In Street Fighter, I like Juri and Chun-Li and Cammy. And I like G a lot, but I don't think G's going to come back. Katana's the best character. She's up there. Katana's definitely up there. You love the intro. Thank you. The intro animation was so sick. It was a long time in the making, but it came out pretty good. Can I give honest and sincere criticism? Do you mean about the Injustice series? Is that what Arshia is asking? I think it's really good. The issue is about Injustice, there's way too much keep away. That's the only issue most players have with it, is there's too much and it's too easy. That's the weird thing about Netherrealm games, is that they have keep away, which is fine. Keep away by itself isn't the problem. The issue is that it's way too easy to play keep away in Netherrealm games. Thoughts on Cetrion? I like her concept art better than how she actually ended up in the game. Some of her concept art is super sick. The idea of playing as an Elder God is really sick too. The issue is they had to tone her down a lot to make her believable as a playable character. Otherwise, she would just kill you instantly, right? You tell me an Elder God can't just you know, like in her fatality, get really big and just step on you. But that's not one of her moves. That'd be kind of cool if that was a move she could do. Like a custom move that's banned from tournaments. She just gets really big and steps on you. Oh, here's a good one. So Michael Jackson, fan made, is asking, what do the numbers mean? Here's a shout out to you also. What do the numbers mean, like 4, 3, and all that? So it refers to the actual buttons on the controller. I have a PS4 controller down here, actually. So this will help you out. Is it in frame? Yeah. So square. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Here's 1. No, wait, that's 4. Oh my God. 4, 3, 1, and 2. So like the punches are 1 and 2. The kicks are 3 and 4. The reason people say that instead of the actual controller is because a lot of games are multi-platform. So there had to be a system to refer to all of them at once. So that's what the numbers are for. And the directions are pretty self-explanatory, right? Okay, so these are all fighting game questions, which is awesome. Ask whatever questions you want. But if you have any more questions about the YouTube channel and stuff, that's also completely all right. Like if you want to do that, go for it. I'm down for just talking about YouTube as well. Like whatever y'all want, because I know a lot of you are aspiring YouTubers. So if you have any questions about that, we're good. I'm ready to go with that. Scorpion's death spin. I mean, it looks cool, and it's actually very easy to punish if they amplify it. If they don't amplify it, it can be a bit more difficult, but it's not the end of the world. I will say, it's very good for chip death at low level. When I fought people as Scorpion, I always had it as one of my moves, because if they're low on life, you just do it, and they're done. Like, they have no way of escaping it. They have to flawless block, and a lot of players can't do that consistently. Do I think Injustice 3 should have a block button? No. I'll be honest with you. I am like a lot of you once were. I did love and embrace the block button. But as of recently, I can tell you right now, once you get better at fighting games and you play more and more, block buttons are completely unnecessary, and they actually slow you down. Because after someone attacks you and you block it, you want to immediately attack back. Or maybe you want to move back and forth without having to show that you're blocking, and a block button just gives away when you're blocking, whereas if you can just move back and forth, it doesn't give it away. Also, Injustice has the easiest of like 2D blocking because you can just hold straight down, and it blocks both directions. It won't block overheads, but what I'm saying is like you can crouch straight down, and it blocks cross-ups from teleports and stuff. I will say this, I think that Netherrealm, if they make Injustice 3, which I sadly don't think they are, but if they make Injustice 3, they need to tone down the teleports in general. Because 2D fighting games usually don't have them. And if they do have a teleport, it's just for positioning, like Cetrions. They don't attack out of it, like Scorpions. So they definitely need to tone some of that down. Opinions on fish? I love it. I love fish. It's delicious. It's great for building muscles too. The issue is it never fills me up. I don't get how pescatarians live. Because I'll eat like a huge amount of fish and like veggies and stuff, and I'm still hungry. So I don't get how they survive. What is easier to start, Twitch or YouTube? I haven't really done anything on Twitch. I will say that Twitch is probably easier to set up because you just get the equipment and then you're done. But the cool thing about YouTube is you can present yourself however you want to. So if you're a very shy person who has to do a bunch of takes because you're always stuttering and you're not a very good people person, you're not very out there, you're more of an introvert, then YouTube can be the way to go because you can do a line over and over again and no one's going to see the mistake because you'll edit it out. But if you're a streamer and you have all those problems, then you could come off as very awkward and very stressed, and you're going to have anxiety about it the whole time. Do I like ramen? Yes, I love it, but it has to be the real ramen. After I've had a real ramen, I can't stand like the microwave stuff anymore, like cup of noodle and stuff. Like, don't like it. Why do I not think Injustice 3 is coming? Mainly due to that leak about the Marvel game, and that the guy who leaked that has been right about pretty much everything, so I trust it. Also, Ed Boon and other developers at NetherRealm have stated how they might be moving away from fighting games, or at the very least they wanted to give Mortal Kombat a rest. So they may also be giving Injustice a break too. Now with that said, I think Injustice 3 is what they should do. Like if I was in charge at NetherRealm, I would say, yeah, Injustice 3. Like everybody wants it, why not? Not to mention a trilogy is awesome. Injustice 2 also ended on a pretty high note. Like it kind of wrapped everything up in a nice bow. Unless you consider Superman's ending the real ending, which part of me thinks that could actually be the real ending, and I would not be surprised if they go with that. That would be one way to make Injustice 3. Also, I don't know what the villain would be. Would it just be Darkseid? I know he was pre-order in like Injustice 2, but I think he's the only villain they can do at this point. What characters do I want to see in the Marvel fighting game? I mean, I want to see Spider-Man for sure, because I don't like playing him in the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and I love Spider-Man. That's my favorite superhero, and I know that's super cliche, and that Spider-Man is everybody's favorite superhero. But I own so many of the comics, and I read them all the time growing up, especially the early ones. So Spider-Man is a big deal to me. He holds a huge place in my heart, right? I love Spider-Man. So I want to see him for sure. I want to play different because I don't like how he plays in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. By the way, fun fact about me that I won't normally say in a video, I can't say Marvel vs. Capcom quickly. I have to stop to say it every time I say it, and I hate it. So I'm just going to call it Marvel. Marvel v. Capcom. How about that? Marvel v. Capcom. I can say that. For some reason, my brain can say that. I want to see Venom also. Venom is my second favorite Marvel character, and for a while growing up, I liked him more than Spider-Man. Man, there's so many comments, guys. I'm sorry. It's hard to get to all of them. Why was Shazam not in Injustice 2? He dead, fam. They killed him. That's the main reason why. How dare you? Cup of Noodles is amazing. It is until you've enjoyed the finer things in life. Then you can't really go back to it. Oh, the Nick fighting game. Okay, that new Smash Bros. Style fighting game. So I have pros and cons. The con is it doesn't look like it how it should, I don't think. You know what I mean? It looks like very crappy compared to Smash Bros. In terms of graphics, and that's, I guess, fine, but you'd think they'd really go all in. Now, some of the moves look great. Like, the moves seem like a giant reference to the shows, and that's great. So it could be fun to play regardless, but I wasn't very impressed with how it looked. I really thought they want to blow us away with it. And it looks like it's got a bit of a budget, like they're trying to save money on it. And the characters, though, have me very excited. I'm hyped to play a lot of them, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also very excited that now Smash Bros. Won't be the only game with that style of fighter. We have Brawlhalla, but it still plays a bit different than Smash. And I think if this new game, the Nickelodeon fighting one, I think it's called All-Star Brawl or something, if it plays very similar to Smash Bros., then that means Smash Bros. No longer has that niche, and we might see even more fighting games come in with that same playstyle. So that's very exciting. SpongeBob might be a Shoto. I think everyone believes that. I think SpongeBob could be a Shoto. I'm really excited to play Aang. I'll play Korra too. I know that like Korra went downhill after Season 1. I'm actually a pretty strong supporter of Season 1 of Korra. The only issue was that when she was wrong, the show didn't treat her as being wrong. But I love the idea of someone being the opposite of Aang, where she had all the training, her mentors were there. I think the first scene where she already has the powers is stupid. Just cut that out. But if you like time skip forward and she's an adult and she's super good at all the bending, I get that because she had trainers her whole life. And I get that she's ignorant to the world and that she's super stubborn and she's hot-headed. I like all of that because it is the opposite of Aang, and that's the entire point. Also, I'm going to be honest with you, she looks very attractive. Like when I was a younger age watching that show, I'm like, man, she's very attractive. So I'll play her for that reason. But I'm more excited to play Aang. I'm sad that Doug isn't going to be in there, but apparently Doug is owned by Disney, not Nickelodeon, despite being on Nickelodeon. Is Rocco in there from Rocco's Modern Life? I really want to play him. How do I feel about the slot system in Mortal Kombat 11? Here's a big one. Like, I want to answer this actually. I think if they had started off with custom builds, that would have been fine. However, the fact that we were locked in to certain variations, it was clear that was not their original intent, and they had to make that decision because it wasn't ready when the game was going to come out. Like, the game was not balanced enough to allow custom builds, but I guarantee you that they wanted to. Oh, y'all can see my stream, can't you? Is that okay? Should I switch this? My bad. Because I think I just look over here. I'm sorry that y'all can see my... Do y'all mind that y'all can see this? Hopefully not. I just don't know. It's easier to read the chat over here than on my actual chat over here. I'd rather look at it in front of me. Okay, good. You don't mind. Gotcha. Okay, I was answering the custom builds. Yeah, I think they wanted to have custom variations from the beginning, but the game wasn't ready for that. It wasn't balanced. So last minute, and by last minute, I mean like the last 2 months or so, they decided like, okay, we're going to make it to where you only have set custom builds, like set variations. And that's fine. The issue is they didn't like have enough time to choose because some of those builds were terrible. Like there was no reason to play some of those variations. Like you just had one variation for your character. And then when 3 came out, like variation 3, you can tell their main goal was to incorporate like other things they didn't have for the character, and to make you want to play it, they restricted it to certain things. Like some characters only had their armor break in that build because, oh, please God, use variation 3. Like we want to see different variations of tournaments. Oh my gosh. Here's the issue. I do think that Mortal Kombat X having 3 very well designed variations is better than the custom variations in Mortal Kombat 11. And the reason why is because nearly everybody wants to play the best variation. And if you watch a top player and all those pro players learn from each other, they figure out pretty quick which build is the best build. They find the best variation very quickly. And so from then on, everyone's playing one variation. The game may have custom variations, but everyone's playing the one variation. That's the issue, right? So I think MKX actually did it better because it's also easier to balance when you know what the set moves are. It's much harder to balance when it's custom. I commend them for trying. Like, it's a great idea. I commend their efforts. But that was a tall order. That was always going to be very difficult to do. Yeah, see, I agree with that name is hard. I'm going to say you Famdin. Sorry, buddy. How. I'm going to call you How. How Niem. I agree. Like, I think MKX did a better job with the variations because later on when they changed them, they could make them better or worse based on which one got played more. But when it's custom variations, what do? Because you can try to buff and nerf the most used abilities, but then someone's going to discover some new tech with the unused abilities, and now you got to nerf and balance that because you didn't know about it. Like, it's just way too hard to patch and test and fix. It's really tough, right? A Godzilla fighting game, that'd be dope. Oh, should like Capcom bring back Darkstalkers? Yeah, absolutely. And I've told my friends that they could actually use the Street Fighter V graphics engine to make the next Darkstalkers and just fix some of the lighting, and it would be fine. Like, that style for Street Fighter V would look beautiful for Darkstalkers, depending on the character. I'm not saying some of the badly designed ones, but like characters like Ryu look really good in Street Fighter V. You can't tell me he doesn't look really detailed and awesome. Some characters were offshored to different countries to save money on that game because originally it was going to be free to play, and it shows. But some characters like Urien look really good. And I think Darkstalkers could usually... I'm sorry. See, this is why YouTube can be better than streaming. I'm stuttering here. I think that if you use the Street Fighter V graphics engine for Darkstalkers, you would save your money, save on funding, and it already looks perfect. Just tweak some of the lighting and make sure that all of the characters are made by your best artist and you're good. What about Jury? Yeah, it is. You are right, Master of XPC. Most of the games are on Unreal Engine. What I mean mainly is the art style. Like, the art style of Street Fighter V would look perfect for Darkstalkers. And random fact that might be a bit of a hot take and an unpopular opinion, I think it looks better when a fighting game is stylized than when it tries to look as realistic as possible. Because some games like Third Strike still look good. Street Fighter 4 still looks good, right? But then when the new MK game comes out, it's going to make MK11 look outdated because they're both trying to look realistic. So I would love if the next Netherrealm game, especially a Mortal Kombat one, had an art style kind of like Borderlands, where it looked kind of hand-painted, but kept all the gore and the violence. That would be sick. I haven't gotten many people to agree with me on that, but I can picture it in my head, and I can tell you it looks awesome. And that version of Mortal Kombat would live on forever with its style. It would always look great. You wouldn't have to worry about going back to it and like, oh, it doesn't look real anymore. You would think, wow, it looks like hand-painted, like a comic book come to life, and it looks sick. What do I think about the Arkham series? I have the pretty mainstream opinion on that. I think they're great. I don't like the last one as much, though. A lot of people say Arkham Knight's the best. I disagree. I don't even think that Arkham City's the best, and most people do. I still think that Arkham Asylum is the best. Arkham City has like the best amount of detail in the environment, for sure. Way better exploration, but it's mostly just the same city. Does that make sense? Whereas in Arkham Asylum, there's the sewer section. There's the hospitals. There's the open areas, right? There's the forest. Like, it's all different. And I really like that. And the villains are also better in Arkham Asylum. Like, most of the great villains are in the first game. Also, I love the art style in the first game. It feels like a comic book. And from then on, it felt like they were trying to copy the films a bit more. The last one, Arkham Knight, is just a movie. Like, it's trying to be the movie version of Batman. A remaster of MK9? Heck yeah, I'm on board. I would love them to remaster all of the original 3D games, too. Or just one. Maybe just Deception. Or just Deadly Alliance. After watching Ketchup and Mustard's channel and learning more about those games, I'm very interested. because I played him as a kid, but I was a dumb kid. I didn't know what a fighting game really was or how to maximize it, so I was a dumb idiot. So I'd be very, very excited to see them like reimagine that, because it plays more like Tekken, and that's really interesting to me. They'd have to balance it because it's really broken, but it'd be interesting. We need a Batman Beyond game. Dude, I'll do you one better. We need a Batman Beyond movie. All right. Okay, let's see. Do I like Aaron Black? I like his design. He's never really been my playstyle. Deception, yep. Deception's awesome. Uh-oh. Someone in the chat hates MK9. Look, I can kind of understand. If you're playing at a casual level, MK9 is super fun. If you're playing at a somewhat decent level, MK9 is still fun. But the second you gotta fight a pro player, you will hate that game. You will absolutely hate it, unless you play the same 5 to 10 characters. Everyone else is like useless. And trust me, once you deal with Johnny Cage's random frame data, because yes, it can be random on block, you'll want to break your controller, because imagine not knowing if he's plus or not. And he can just mash that string over and over again. That's the stuff of nightmares. Do I watch low tier Gauze live stream? No. I've never even actually known what his like tag is for his live stream. And I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel either. I just watched like some of the compilations because they pop up and I'm like, I'll try this. And I was actually trying to find the clip of him versus Alex Valle because I could never find it. And somebody posted a literal documentary, but it's a different kind of documentary. It just shows the gameplay. There's no commentary. It's completely unbiased. And it had him fighting Alex Valle. And I was watching it. And I was really enjoying it. And then it cut out in the middle. And I was super sad. Oh yeah, Molina also had hidden plus frames. Like I'm telling you guys, characters had random frame data in MK9. And it was ridiculous. Not everybody. Like not every move was random. There is like a lot of strict frame data that is consistent. But there's also some moves that are random. And those are abused because you don't know if they're plus or not. Broly Legs, legend. I saw him at Evo and we talked a bit. What is the most satisfying move to land in a fighting game? Probably a command grab. If we're just doing type of move. I can't pick out of all the moves. Who inspired me to start the channel? I've mentioned this before. It was actually Beyruti. Shout outs to Beyruti. I don't know if he posts regularly anymore. He's had some videos that went viral and they were very well made. And like they're awesome. Like I love it. But Beyruti is what inspired me. Before watching okay, here's a funny story, okay? It's going to be a bit of a segue, but here's a funny story. When MK9 was first announced, I was super excited. Then the second I heard it was going to be a 2D version instead of 3D, here's how casual I was back then. I was disappointed. I wanted more 3D Tekken, Soul Calibur style games. And when I heard it was 2D, I was actually disappointed at first. And that's how scrubby I was back in the day. And then I saw like high level gameplay of it and I was like, oh my God, like I just wanted to do it. I don't know why, I wanted to do it. And then I saw Beyruti make a YouTube channel, like he made videos on it. And I was like, man, he can play video games and make money doing it and have fun in that process. I want to take something I enjoy doing and make money on it. That sounds awesome because otherwise I'm kind of just wasting my time. So I was really excited to actually like learn it and start the channel and all that. But you won't see any of the earliest videos. They've been long since deleted. You will never see them. You'll never see my first videos that I posted when I was still in high school, had a super squeaky voice. Why is Takeda not in MK11? He didn't make the cut. They definitely wanted to have certain demographics in the game, and Takeda did not fit their like demographic, so they didn't put him in. That's the only reason why that I can think of, because he's definitely the most popular. But I think they figured like he just was a bit one too many of the same character, kind of just like why Kung Jin wasn't in, because that would be 3 Shaolin monks, and they didn't want 3 of the same like area, I guess. Is anyone better than Cyrax in MK9? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cabal is actually considered better. It's just that, like, I always show that Cyrax clip, but I think Cabal is considered better on paper, because he's more, like, universally good. I inspired you? Oh, shout out, man. Master Vex PC. I'm happy to be inspiring people. He is engaged to Jackie, yeah. No, Jackie and Takeda is awesome. That's why I'm kind of surprised he never came back, because they know each other. So I thought they'd bring him back. but What about Armageddon? Yeah, Armageddon's cool. But again, I was a scrub back then, so I mainly just like made the custom characters and had fun that way. Any other genres that I like? Yeah, I like single player games a lot lately, actually. It's reminding me of my childhood back when internet was not a thing for video games. So you would just play single player. I've been enjoying a lot more of those lately. Why have I never made a Skullgirls fighting game tutorial? I have. I think they're just removed, but I have. And recently I've been playing way more of Skullgirls with my friends. And I gotta say, that game is so ahead of its time, like a remarkable amount. Because I can do combos in almost any other game, including fighters, and with Skullgirls, it took me actual commitment in training mode to barely master the more difficult combos. I can still drop them, and that says something. That game is ahead of its time, and it's crazy fun. I don't like 3v3 games, that's just me, and I made the joke even on Twitter that I think if the 3v3 games had a 1v1 option, and you could play competitively in that, especially for online, I would play them way more. Like, I think Dragon Ball FighterZ would be interesting if there was a 2v2 option or a 1v1 option. Probably 2v2, because assists are such a big part of that game. But for Skullgirls, that would totally function as a 1v1 fighting game. Like, it totally could. Mortal Kombat Mobile. I haven't played that at all, yeah. There's no reason why I haven't, except that I don't think my viewers would like it or find it super interesting and engaging. My favorite horror game? I've played almost none, so it's gotta be Dead Space. And does Bioshock 1 count as a horror game? I love Bioshock a lot too. Can I upload some online gameplay? I think in a little bit we'll probably hop online. Does anybody have any other questions for me? About like literally anything. The designs, yeah, I think MK Mobile, I'm jealous because they keep adding stuff to it. And I wish they would do that for fighting games. Y'all want to hear my idea, my secret Krabby Patty formula recipe for the perfect fighting game? If any developers are watching, this will tell you. I know you're not, but I'm going to reveal the secret to success right here and now. Make a really solid fighting game out of the gate, right? Fun characters, fun to play, and the balance is important, but don't worry about it too much. Just make sure no one's too strong or too weak, and you're good, right? Start off with that. Pick an art style that can stand the test of time, just like Overwatch. Pick an art style that can live forever. And then, don't worry about sequels. Just add more characters as time goes on, and every time you add a new character, put in like a little soft update, a little balance update to the roster. There you go. Like that's how you would do it. Like League of Legends, there's not going to be a League of Legends 2. I'm really shocked there's an Overwatch 2, because there doesn't have to be. Like, Overwatch could have kept going, and it would have been fine. Right? Apex? Probably going to live on forever as Apex. Fortnite? There's not going to be a Fortnite 2. Fortnite's going to live on forever as Fortnite. So, that's the way to make a best fighting game. Like, just make a really solid game, and then just keep adding DLC. But don't, like, forget about the fans and just leave it there. Like, keep adding stuff to it. And also, when you want to update something, have a mode, just like Overwatch, where they can play the updated version, but don't make it required yet. Test it. You have this active audience that will happily beta test your game for free. Back in the day before online, you had to pay people to do that. They will do it for free now. Your customers will beta test your game for you. So do that, and then look at the feedback, not just from the players, but also just the results. Look what characters are doing well or too good or too bad, and then change it based on that. And you can make some very sound, solid, and intelligent and researched update changes. Like, that's what you do. That's the best way to do it. And I love that idea. I wish that someone had the courage to do that. Make a fighting game that looks great, great art style, good characters, and just keep adding to it. You don't need to make Mortal Kombat 12, really. Mortal Kombat 11 could have kept going. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to keep it 100%. Bloodsport or Deadshot? In the movies, I like Bloodsport more. I like his armor. It's sick. I like how his like guns and weapons are attached to him, and his skull helmet is just the coolest thing ever. His old design was kind of lame. He was just like a He was like a regular mercenary. He looked way cooler in the film, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla does that too, you're right. That's an indie game, so it's a good idea for them to do that. I meant like for a AAA game to do that would be awesome. Like the Overwatch of fighting games, or the Fortnite of fighting games. Just keep it going. Yeah, his nanotech weapons. Yeah, like Bloodsport's cool. I love Bloodsport in that movie. It's a great film, by the way. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think MK12 needed to keep going because I don't like the breakaway system. That still bothers me to this day. So I'm okay with MK12 for the one reason the combo breaker will probably come back. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. Most fighting games don't need a combo breaker. Like, there are plenty of fighting games that have way more damaging combos than Mortal Kombat, and they don't have a combo breaker, and everything is fine. What do I think of chickens? I love them. It's a very random question, but oddly enough, my grandparents own a ranch, and I've spent a lot of time there. So I love chickens, cattle, all that stuff. Am I going to try King of Fighters 15? Absolutely. I hope it does better than 14. It looks very popular on YouTube right now, especially. So I'm hoping when that game comes out, I can jump on it and make that a big deal, because I love King of Fighters. Terry Bogard's my boy. Originally in Fatal Fury, but Terry Bogard is my boy. I love you too. Okay, your username is a bit of a unintentional brag. Your username is True Underdog is God. I love you too, buddy. Not for your name, though. I didn't read your name. Kind of embarrassed now because I just had to read that. What do I think of Tekken 7? I like Tekken 7. It's very fun. In fact, we could play some Tekken 7 if you like. I could play that on the stream. Maybe. How did I react when custom builds were in Combat League? I was happy. It felt like it was about time, and I was kind of shocked because they didn't make too many changes. So I was like, man, we're going to find some broken stuff right away, and they're going to have to change it, right? Scarlet Witch or Jean Grey? I mean, if we're talking comic version, you got to go Jean Grey. She's like a better person. Scarlet Witch has some damage. I'd be scared having to live with her. Jean Grey be way easier. Jean Grey is just a normal chick for the most part, with crazy OP powers, but she's mostly a normal person. But the correct answer is Rogue. Especially once later on in the comics, she learned how to master her powers and she can actually touch you without killing you. So Rogue is actually the right answer to that. What's my favorite color? It's red. Will I be at 1 million subscribers before MK12? No. No, I don't think so. YouTube has made it really hard to get subscribers now. That's why even the really big channels have almost stopped growing. Because YouTube's made it very hard to grow your channel. Because now it actively unsubscribes people. It says it does that when they don't watch for a long time, but that's a bit of a lie. Sometimes it will just unsubscribe people without telling them. So, Wolverine or Deadpool? These are ridiculous. Like, they're both great. Can't pick there. Who is my favorite and least favorite character in MK11 to play? Or just in general? That's too hard of a question. I'm sorry, it's too hard. I can probably say my least favorite, but even then I feel bad because they're all pretty fun. I think RoboCop disappointed me the most with how he plays. I was very bored with how he plays. I mean, I have a donation link, but I guess nothing pops up, huh, when you use it? But I'm pretty sure I have a donation link. What do I think of KF97? I don't know. I never played it. I've seen gameplay. That's the 3D one, right? Or am I wrong? I could be a complete idiot on that question. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. So, Salman Hussein is asking, why didn't I get notified for your latest video? Because YouTube sucks. YouTube will choose not to show your videos. I think recently it's hit a lot of gaming channels hard. Like, very recently. Like, I think last week they had a big algorithm shift. And it's hurting a lot of gaming channels, especially the Mortal Kombat ones. I think they've upped their game with the YouTube AI, and now it's crushing even harder on violent content. And the annoying thing is, it doesn't tell you. It would be one thing if I was demonetized and it told me, but it will actually shadow ban you without telling you, and it's really frustrating. Sup, baby girl. You need mods, man. Oh, there's trolls in here? Yeah, well, I don't plan on doing streaming very often. This was meant to be a special thing because when you do a Q&A video normally, like a regular YouTube video, you just kind of predict what they want to ask you and try to answer as best you can. But here I can actually answer your questions, and I like that. I can just straight up answer your questions. And that's cool to me. Here's a good question by Dumb Money Media. So if you want to grow your channel and monetization is the goal, do live streams have the best option? I don't know. I've heard actually not to live stream if you're already a channel that posts regular content. Instead, do your live streams on Twitch because YouTube is a very cruel mistress. And what it will do is if your video performs bad, that can jeopardize your future videos, which is completely unfair because maybe you just want to experiment. But for example, when I post Guilty Gear content just because I want to, and I know a good amount of my viewers like Guilty Gear, when I post that and it does very lackluster compared to my usual content, YouTube goes, hey buddy, they don't want to watch your stuff anymore. We're going to sabotage your next video. So live streaming numbers are always going to be much lower than regular video numbers. So that can sabotage you a lot. So if your channel's not known for anything, then do whatever you want and see what works. However, if your channel is already known for a specific type of thing, like regular videos, do not jeopardize it by trying to introduce streaming. If I was offered cybernetic arms, would I take it? It's an interesting question. Very odd question. I would say that no, probably, only because it would be cheating and everybody would hate me and not want to play any sports or games with me because they know that I'm cheating with my special arms. But if everyone else got them, then heck yeah, I'll get them because that's just going to be a better way of living. Who was better, Devil Jin or Evil Ryu? Like, strength-wise, Devil Jin is. Gameplay-wise, I would still say Devil Jin because he plays like the Jin from Tekken 3. And I like that version of Jin. Where did I learn to edit my videos? Self-taught. Entirely self-taught. In college, they taught me a bit more, but it didn't really help that much. There's YouTube videos and everything. So if y'all want to learn how to do stuff, just go on YouTube. My favorite game in general? Oh, that's impossible to pick. I don't have an answer for that, I'm sorry. BioShock has one of the most special places in my heart, if that answers your question. When I was a kid, it was Spyro. I like Dead Space a lot too, and I love the Soulsborne series. If they made Bloodborne 2 especially, I'd be super hype. And they're making a new game that I'm excited for too. But I love the Soulsborne series too. Dead by Daylight? You know, I wanted to play that game, but I couldn't get any of my closest friends to buy it. And I refused to play with random people in that game. Otherwise, I would love it. Mortal Kombat or Injustice? It's about an even split. Mortal Kombat has a more special place in my heart, but Injustice has the gameplay that I actually like. Does any Capcom content get demonetized? No, the issue is that you can't use their stuff unless you're using it for a Capcom video. That was their main issue. Is they were like, hey, if you're going to use our music, it's got to be for one of our games. That was their main thing. Favorite anime? Somebody already asked that. Suicide Squad game? I'm excited for it. It looks like Borderlands. It's got Borderlands energy. I'm very excited. How do I come up with ideas for videos? The comment section helps out a lot, and a lot of them will randomly just come to me while I'm doing other types of work. So they just pop into my head. Play random select. How dare you? I don't want to play random select in Combat League. No, you can't make me. MK 30th anniversary is next year. Do I think they'll do something? No. Not in relation to that. Not really. I could be entirely wrong, but people kept saying they would do stuff based on the important dates of their own games, and it never like led to anything. So I don't think so. Thoughts about Tekken 7? One of the best fighting games that's out there right now, honestly. I'm only okay at it, though. I have a friend who's really good at it, and he beats my butt on a daily basis, but I'm getting better. 3D fighters are actually my favorite, believe it or not. Like, I love 3D fighting games. They're really fun. I want to go get food, but I'm lazy. Should I go? Yes, eat food. If you don't eat food, you're going to feel sick the rest of the day. You're going to feel weak and in pain. Someone said congrats on the 300k subscribers, but they misspelled it. And I wanted to be like, what? What do you mean only 30,000? But I get what you mean. Yeah, thank you. Should you get Guilty Gear on your PC? I mean, I don't see why not. If you enjoy it, then yeah. Am I playing Battle Royale? No, I never play any Battle Royale. I appreciate the genre. I never play it though. Me, actually, I'm the kind of guy that when I play a game, I want to immediately get back into the action. So the idea of having to wait after I die to play again is ridiculous. I understand it's like fun to have the adrenaline and to be afraid that when you like die, it's all over. And that's like a fun intensity, but I can take it or leave it. I'd rather die and then immediately start again. In fact, one of my biggest gripes with fighting games is that after you win or lose, it takes too long to start my next fight. And I want to play right again immediately, you know? And I can't yet. No fighting game yet has offered me that. Can I go to the Steam just to see what I have? You had a dream on the... Okay. Okay. No, I'm not reading that after all. Y'all are trolling in the comments section. Y'all are ridiculous. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to make a deal with y'all. For like the next 9 or 10 minutes or so, we're going to answer questions. And then after that, we're going to move on to some games. How about that? I think y'all deserve some gameplay. We might not play Mortal Kombat, though. It could be a surprise. What was my first fighting game? I think it was Dead or Alive. Like either Dead or Alive 2 or 3, I think. And I played that game all the time, but I was a terrible kid. Like I was terrible at the game. I was a good kid, but I was terrible at the game. I just like pressed the same 2 buttons over and over again. Bloody Roar was the first fighting game where I tried to actually learn the moves, but the game didn't have a command list, I don't think. So the only way to find out what characters did was to just mess around. React to KK in a wheelchair. Shame on you for thinking I haven't already seen it. Me and Sonika XD are good buds. I actually have Bloody Roar 3 on this computer. Actually, I can play it. I won't play it for stream, but I have it. Clash or Breakaway? Neither. I like Combo Breaker. But I guess Clash is kind of cool because it only happens once per match. So you know what? You're right. Your Smash main. Oh, I already said that earlier. So my main character in Smash is actually Min Min. But I've gotten good enough to where I can play pretty much anyone because that game has a very universal button system. Like everyone has just directions plus 2 buttons. So I've learned how to play most of the characters. But it's definitely Min Min. I like her cheeky ability to switch her playstyles with the different hands. And I like how she can throw out one fist. And if they try to dodge it, she can just smack them with a second one. I love that option. Oh, here's a really good question. Thank you, It's Kid Ghost. What a great question. So, would you consider YouTube a realistic job aspiration? Or is it too unstable? So, where I'm at right now, YouTube could definitely be a full-time job. With that said, I still don't recommend it. I recommend always having your day job. Because YouTube is one of the few jobs that is perfect for your downtime. You'll get back from work and you'll work on a YouTube video. It's awesome. It's a really good idea and it gives you way more money to play with. I haven't had to worry about finances since I was like 20. So yes, I could be a full-time YouTuber, but I don't want to be. Not yet. That could definitely be a way to sabotage my life. So I think it is sustainable 100%, but I don't recommend it. Unless you're going to do a certain type of video where you review content or you make like videos that talk about current affairs and things like that, because then you can open up a Patreon and make a lot of money off Patreon. But like YouTube does fluctuate. That is true. In fact, a lot of my money now comes from sponsors, not just YouTube itself. But YouTube, you can make like over $8,000 one month, and then another month you're down to 4,000. So it can cut your profit in half. Now, 4,000 bucks a month is still good. That's still a good amount of money. But my day job pays about that already, a little bit more than that, and it never fluctuates. So I get YouTube on top of that, and it's very, very nice. I recommend to always keep your day job, if you can. Who encouraged me to do YouTube? Nobody. Like I was inspired by Beyruti. Beyruti inspired me, but he didn't know me, right? We didn't talk or anything. He inspired me, but nobody actually encouraged it. It was entirely my stupid idea. In fact, if anything, people told me not to do it. They said it was a horrible idea. But that's fair enough, because back then when I started, it was not a big thing yet. Like it kind of was, but it was very niche. Oh, I can go on Stream Elements and see what you tipped? Oh, my bad. Can I do that? Oh, here we go. So I can see your stuff here. All right, I didn't know that. Are y'all okay with me showing this? Or is that like against the rules to actually show this? I'm gonna put it over here. I don't know if I can show that or not. So, Brilliant Buffoons asked me a question. So, what's your workflow like? And do you have any recommendations to speed up the process? Do you do your own art or work with artists? If so, what artists? And number 3, how much networking do you do with other creators? And 4, that's the last one, does YouTube have seasonal changes in engagement? Yeah, so to answer all of them in a row. So I get home from work and I immediately start the video. I usually can't finish it in a single day. So whatever I can't finish on the first day, I'll finish on the second day, and it goes live on the third day. And I'm usually always at least one video ahead. There was a time when I made a video every day. And if a new fighting game came out, I would do that. But right now I'm kind of starved for content, so I'm trying to space it out more reasonably. To answer number 2, oh no, wait, can I speed up the process? Yes, you could get an editor, but I don't feel like hiring an editor. Not just because I'd make less money on my end, but because of the taxes. A lot of stuff changes on your taxes with your business and your LLC and your SEP IRA. That all changes when you get like employees. So I'm scared to have employees for that reason. I don't want to deal with all the responsibility yet. Okay. That's the only way to speed up the process, though, is to either get better at what you're doing or to hire someone to help you. Do I do my own art? So for the t-shirts, mostly no. It's actually a hired artist. I can't say which ones because there's too many. I know more than 10. For the thumbnails, it's always me. And I can also draw. I love to draw. I love to make art. I just don't have the time. How much networking do I do? Almost none, and I should do way more. I had an idea recently to meet up with the other big Mortal Kombat YouTubers and try to create a group of us where we always collab, because the fighters like YouTubers do that, and it's a really good idea. I think we'd grow better if we did that, but for some reason, the MK YouTubers are like pretty isolated. So I think we should all come together. Number 4, does YouTube have seasonal changes? Yeah. Summer is one of the best, actually. The annoying thing is you want to do stuff on summer because you're off work, right? But yeah, it definitely has seasonal changes. There's, did anybody else donate money? I don't think so, actually. So I didn't miss anybody. That's good. I was really, really worried that someone donated and I missed it. But only one person so far has donated. That's completely all right. Donating is 100% optional. Okay. What time is it? We still have 2 minutes before gameplay. Who am I maining in Nickelodeon All-Stars? Sonica, I answered this earlier, but I'm probably going to main one of the avatars. So most likely Aang. But I mean, if Korra plays good, I'll play Korra, even though she's not my favorite. I think she has a lot of downsides about her character, especially after Season 1. I like Season 1 Korra. But I'll play her because she looks cool, and her gameplay might be awesome. Outside of that, I want to play Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, but I don't know if he's confirmed or not. I think Cat Dog is there for the silhouettes, so I'm excited for that. I'm getting close to monetization. How hard is it, says Kings. It's not hard at all. It happens by default. Really. By the time I got monetization, my channel already met all the requirements that they currently have now. So it was never really frustrating for me. The problem is, I'm going to be super real with all of you right now. It has never been harder to get popular on YouTube if you're starting out. this is pretty much the hardest it will ever be because everyone wants it now. It's a very oversaturated market. So, yeah. Yes, Aang is the guy with the arrow on his head. Who is stronger, King or Zangief? Or Armor King or Zangief? I'm pretty sure Tekken characters, as a rule, are stronger than Street Fighter characters. So, probably Armor King. Oh, it's 4 a.m. where you are, Sonic? Oh my god, 4 a.m. My god. I saw your video, by the way. That was fantastic. It didn't even feel like an hour-long video. It was done so well. It just flew by. Gwen Tennyson. That would be cool, actually. That'd be fine. It wouldn't happen, though, at all. Am I going to play Melty Blood? I have never played a single Melty Blood. I think you meant to say Jury versus Molina. I mean, I'd like to think that Molina could win, but I'm pretty sure Jury is stronger. The characters in Street Fighter do ridiculous things. To give you an example, Jury has once caught a rocket-propelled RPG with her foot. And she just held it there. And she was casually doing that, and she can dissolve bullets with her aura. So Jury is ridiculously OD. In the actual lore. Like, I know you can't see that in gameplay. They seem so basic. But story-wise, Jury is like bulletproof. And she can catch missiles with her foot. So they're really OD. I think Akuma has split an island in half and sunk it with a single punch. Like, Street Fighter characters are really OD in the lore. Oh man, I feel bad for Itzia. He keeps asking to play MK11 with you guys. We might. We'll see which game I play. Outside of yourself, who is my favorite fighting game YouTuber? So believe it or not, when I go on YouTube, I almost never watch the fighting game stuff because I live that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like getting home from work only to watch someone else do your job. It's not the most fun thing to do. I usually watch anything but that. So I'll watch just people like doing You Laugh, You Lose or do other fun content where they react to streams and stuff. Like, that's more my kind of jam. Or I watch really cool analysis videos. I did see the new Suicide Squad movie, and it was fantastic. It's such a good movie, my god. Now they're saying play Tekken 7 with you guys, too. Tekken 7's fun, man. Tekken 7's really fun. Shao Kahn can destroy 2 realms. Can he? I mean, I've never seen him. I mean, maybe he can. Is that a spell that he does? Because when he plays, I never see him do anything close to that. Oh, I love Maximilian Dude. Maximilian Dude is more of like, I would not generalize him as just a fighting game YouTuber. He's more like he's almost a philosopher at this point. His channel is whatever he wants it to be. He's like the PewDiePie of fighting games. He can make a video on whatever he wants to and people would watch it. So he's not really limited to anything. That's the funny part. Know what I mean? Okay. We got people spamming the chat. Oh my goodness. That's not going to get me to answer it. Okay. What is the worst way to balance a fighting game? To not listen to feedback, which sometimes Capcom does. That's the thing. Like, sometimes Capcom does that. They'll just make changes that they feel like making, and it catches people off guard. One second, everybody. Oh, look at Twitter for a bit, I guess. Look at my Twitter memes for a short bit. I gotta handle some stuff. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. Actually, I keep messing this up. Sorry, guys. Having to manage 2 screens is still tough for me. Okay. So when am I going to stream again? When I have more regular time, because my dream would be to stream regularly, like to have certain days that I stream on And it would probably be on Twitch. Balance by health is the worst. Yeah, I agree. I hate when developers do that. I think it's a very lazy shortcut to be like, oh, this character's really good. Well, we'll nerf their health a bit. Or this character sucks. Oh, give them a bit more health. That's dumb. That's honestly a really, really bad idea. Yeah, I agree. I don't think balancing by health is ever a good idea. When is the next NRS game getting announced? No idea. I'll assume in the fall. Like closer to like Christmas time. That's more winter, isn't it? Not fall. But that tends to be when they do it. In the MK2 comic, okay, so that's cool, but keep in mind that's all been retconned, unfortunately. So whatever happened in MK2 is like not canon. Plus, were we talking about Molina? Because the idea was Molina versus Jury. So I was saying that I think Jury would beat Molina. I don't think Molina's ever made a big bang attack. So I get that like gods can do it. Because originally Shao Kahn was a god. Did y'all know that? Originally Shao Kahn was like Outworld's Raiden. And they got rid of that. How much do I hate Shiva? I don't. I like Shiva. I like playing her. I think the stomp was stupid. But I liked Shiva. In fact, I think they kind of did Shiva a bit dirty by not giving her a regular command grab. Instead, they gave her an overhead command grab, which is actually all around weaker than a regular command grab. Because it's also weaker than a regular overhead. Know what I mean? Because on hit, a regular overhead still combos. But a command grab on hit will mess up. So it's actually weaker. Oh, the new JoJo season. I gotta catch up, man. I've only seen to the end of part 3. I haven't watched 4 or 5. I got so much catching up to do. It's ridiculous. I don't have free time normally. Like, people never believe you when you tell them that as a YouTuber, but it's like I have my day job, and the second I get home, I work on videos, and then I go to sleep. That's like my schedule, so I don't have time to watch most shows. It sucks. It takes me like a whole week to watch a movie, because I watch it like intermittently. Play the Sailor Moon fighting game? You're awful. You're a terrible person. That game, for anyone who's not aware, is so poorly balanced that it can actually make you physically ill. It's so broken. What was the ideal Combat Pack 3? That's a good question. I was thinking the cyborgs. Maybe combine them. That way it's only one slot. I would love Takeda to come back. I really wanted Natara and Lee Mei. And that was about it for my main ones. But I also would have liked to see Serena and characters of that nature. Reptile and Ermac for sure would be amazing also, but you only have room for so many characters. In fact, I would take Ermac or Reptile over the cyborgs. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry. That is just how I feel in my heart. This chat is wild. Can I make a video with all of my funny moments? I can't, but maybe I can hire or commission someone to do that as like a one-time thing. I would never ever look through all of my own videos. That sounds horrible. I hate hearing my own voice, believe it or not, so that would be awful. Batman Who Laughs is already in Mortal Kombat 11 though. He's the costume. Gameplay wise, I don't think he'd be very fun, honestly. He would just play like Batman. But weaker, because even like regular Batman can outfight Batman Who Laughs. In the comics, at least he could. Oh, that's a good question. So, if a new Marvel game is what Netherrealm is actually working on, what genre do I think it will be? I don't think you meant to say gender. I think you meant genre. So what genre of game would it be if it's not a fighting game? Because keep in mind, Ed Boon said multiple times he doesn't want to make a fighting game next time. He wants to make something new. So with that in mind, it would most likely be an adventure style game, kind of like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but hopefully not with the annoying, like over the top camera view. It would probably be third person or something, and you probably play as the characters. That's what I think would happen. Who's the weakest character in Guilty Gear? I know. In MK11, It goes back and forth. It's still definitely Shao Kahn is one of them, but everyone's good at this point in MK11. I think that Molina's down there too now, and Molina has the most unfortunate downside of being boring to play. She's not very fun. In Guilty Gear, I think everyone says it's Gold Lewis right now. Gold Lewis might be the weakest character. Who's my all-time favorite MK character? Sub-Zero. In terms of lore, it's got to be Sub-Zero. He's done so many cool things in the comics and in the lore and whatnot. Gameplay-wise, I always look forward to how Molina will play, but she wasn't in Mortal Kombat 11 when it first came out, so I didn't get to play her. So I was more excited for Frost, but only because Frost had always been this annoying clone character. Not annoying, I guess like I was mad that she was a clone character when she could have been way more unique. So I was curious to see what they would do. But Sub-Zero is like the base. Like Sub-Zero is one of the best characters. You can't even deny that. Like he's up there. Do I watch Dynasty videos? Not lately, no. I watched him way, way, way back in the day, and we even collaborated in several videos. But those are old. Is Guilty Gear coming to Xbox? Probably not. Probably not. Is Kung Lao better than Liu Kang? Lore-wise, no, and gameplay-wise, still no. He was for a bit, though. In MK9 and X, he was way better. Which character has the coolest powers? I mean, it's probably a tie between like Shang Tsung and Ermac, because telekinesis is really cool. I'm just going to put it out there. But Shang Tsung can literally take whatever powers he wants. He can just take your soul, and then he has your power. So I would argue that's one of the best powers ever. Sub-Freezer. My favorite games besides fighting games? Usually just single-player games. Just fun old single-player games. Cyber's Cetrion. That would be ridiculous. It would never happen. Also, wouldn't that make her weaker? Because she's already like an elder god. So what machines could you make that were stronger than a god? You can't. So you'd be like nerfing her by design. The reason the Cyber Lin Kuei was even an idea is because human beings are made of skin and bone and flesh. So if you can encase that in armor, then at least like they're harder to kill. And that was the whole point. Plus their brain was cyberized, which made them easier to control. So making a human into a robot makes sense, but making an elder god into a robot is a huge downgrade. There'd be no point. Do I follow pros nowadays? You know, not intentionally, but every now and then I'll find myself watching a video by Punk. Like Punk the God. And there's one more, but I don't know his name. Should we try to find him? Let's see. Do not look at my homepage, by the way, and think that means anything. I'm not the only one who watches YouTube on this computer, so you're going to see a lot of stuff on that homepage. I don't know his name. He's a YouTuber that I really like watching, and he's also a pro player. He commentates a lot, too. Hey, look, it's me. That's a cool outfit for Fang. I didn't know he had that. Dang it, I don't know his name. Okay, I'll just describe him. There is a YouTuber that has a smiley face with sunglasses for his icon. I think it's Brian F. I think Brian F is his name. This guy. I'll watch him too. I'll also watch this guy. I do like Honeybee a lot too, though. But like I said, because I play Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat games on a daily basis, I don't tend to watch their gameplay because it's like watching my job, which no one wants to watch their job when they're done working. So I tend to watch other fighting game channels if I ever do watch it. So Brian F's really fun, super entertaining. Punk is also very entertaining, and Smug. I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you right now, like the Street Fighter V pro players that are now YouTubers are changing the game. Like they're really entertaining, and they have great editors too, so they're fun. Smug might be one of the best streamers on the planet. I'm just gonna be real. Smug is one of the most entertaining players to watch. Like just his own personality. His personality alone is entertaining, but then his gameplay also is because he's a great player. Like he's fantastic. Smug has great content. Yeah, 100%. Getting flaws by Shiva. Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. Could I beat Rewind? No, isn't he a pro player? I'm not a pro player. I'm a YouTuber. Don't ever confuse a YouTuber with a pro player. They're not the same. Do I think Jade is broken? No. She's just very annoying. But she's not broken. He's out there cooking mama jammas. Low tier god is most entertaining. Oh man, see, maybe so, but I can't support like people like that. I don't like the whole, even if it was a personality, which pretty much everyone's proven it's most likely not, I could never get behind supporting that. Being that outlandish and just that kind of person, it's not for me. I think it inspires the wrong kind of people. Did you know you can't search Katana in YouTube? Nice try, of course you can. Do I think MK11 or Guilty Gear are dying? Yes to both, but the good news is Guilty Gear has like 7 more DLC coming, so it's fine. Mortal Kombat will stay alive as best it can. Is getting into MK11 now worth it? I mean, if you want to have fun, sure. Like, to get competitive, maybe not, because they're not doing tournaments, I don't think, as much, but if you want my honest opinion, everybody, you should not get into fighting games to be competitive. Get into them to have fun. There are a few things more fun than getting online with your buddies and just playing in a lobby. That's some of the most fun you can have for me as a gamer. That's like the most fun I can have. Don't worry too much about being the best. That's not a big deal. Just have fun. MKX or MK11, I mean, I'm way better at MK11. MKX is more fun to watch. If I was like tied to a chair and forced to watch one, I'm watching MKX because it's way more fun to watch. Is Rambo good? At most levels of play, Rambo is fine. If I can make a fighting game about anything, what would it be? What would it be? Well, I can't tell you all my secrets because then like someone might take it, right? They might steal it. But you've seen one of my characters already. She's on this poster. This right here is Annie Condorosa. Annie Condorosa. And she's a grappler. And she is one of my original fighting game characters. Yeah. So that's just like one idea of how my fighting game character would look, but that's about it. I like David Edwards being like, he got up. I did, and it felt amazing to stretch my legs a bit. By the way, everyone who's saying thank you and congratulations, like, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like a bag of salt. Thank you so much. Get the scorpion mask. Is that my stream now? I just grab things and bring it over? Okay. Now, the scorpion mask may fall apart. I gotta be careful. It's kind of flimsy. Oh, God. Okay. Here it is. Are you happy? It's the scorpion head. It is actually too small for my head to fit inside. Some people think that I can put this on. You can't put it on. It's just like a statue. You cannot wear this. It's actually smaller than my head physically, so I cannot put this on. I love the Sub-Zero one, dude, but I can't have that one. It's only for UK. I was so mad. I like Sub-Zero more than Scorpion. Like, no offense. They're both awesome. But I want a Sub-Zero one, and I can't have it. And I'm really salty about it. If I wasn't a fighting game YouTuber, what would I make? That's a good question. If I had the choice, I'd probably try to do Let's Play, but it's impossible at this point in time to become a Let's Player because everyone already has that market down. It's so oversaturated, right? So I could never be a Let's Player, but that'd be the next one. Or I might be the YouTuber that just reports on current events. That could also be a ton of fun. Or an art channel. Ooh, art channel would be fun. Problem is, I do traditional art. I'm trying to learn digital. I have like a huge pen display over here that I draw on, right? And it's digital, but I suck at it because I'm brand new to digital art and I suck at it. Okay. Or a podcaster. Yeah, podcasts are tons of fun. I love talking to people. It's my favorite thing. Oh my gosh. Would All Might be in Injustice 3? Maybe. It's very maybe. I doubt it. Sorry, I shouldn't say maybe. I was kind of thinking about something else while I said it. But no, they're not going to put an anime character in Injustice 3. That would be sick, but it's definitely not going to happen. That would be great, but it's definitely not going to happen. Unfortunately. Like, that would be dope, but you're just not going to get it. The cool thing is some YouTubers like that exist in the UK, they have the Sub-Zero mask. Like I have Scorpion, they have Sub-Zero, and that's because they're in the UK. Like Americans got Scorpion and everyone in Europe got the Sub-Zero. So, unfortunately, I don't have the Sub-Zero one. I've had some people like want to trade it with me, and I've also had some people they've tried to buy my aftermath stuff, like my afterbath. They've tried to buy like my shampoo and stuff. Can you see it? They've tried to buy this from me. They've like messaged me via email and they wanted to buy this stuff. And it's like, it's not for sale. It's collector's items. One of them was like, I'll pay you $100 for it. And I'm like, dude, it's worth easily 300, like at least, but it's not for sale. In fact, everything behind me is like not for sale. I know everyone probably already knows that, but none of that's for sale. That's all collector's stuff. That jury statue alone is worth more than $1,000. I didn't pay that for it. It's just worth that much now. Like, that's all collector's stuff. Those BioShock statues, I'm sorry, those little toys, those BioShock toys, when combined, are more than like $300 worth, and I bought them for like $10 each. Collecting, baby, it's fun. I'm kind of surprised that no one ever brings up that I have a fight stick back there, but I never play on stick. I recommend playing on pad, unless you grew up on stick. Otherwise, it's just really hard. I should do cosplay? Dude, I would love doing cosplay. Are you kidding? Like, I would love to cosplay. But I don't want to make the outfits. So someone's got to make them for me. How long will I be doing YouTube for? Until it either fails, because everyone has their highs and their lows. So maybe one day I'll be completely irrelevant and then I'll just stop. I'll quietly go. Or if something bigger happens, then I'll move on to that. But otherwise, I don't see a reason to ever stop doing YouTube. It's like free income and it's fun. If you can make money doing things you enjoy, there's no reason to really stop. What type of gaming chair? Ewan? Yeah, they paid me. Well, no, like they did pay me, but also I got it for free. They're like, hey, do you want to have another gaming chair? And I was like, sure. Hey, listen, Kings, I may one day be irrelevant. It can entirely happen. When did I get long hair? I just never cut it, really. So I just let it grow. It's actually longer than you think, but it's like, it's curling. Do you see these dumb little curls that are happening? I hate it. Do I play Skullgirls? Only casually with my friends. And I can barely do a Cerebella combo. Like a really good Cerebella combo that's max damage, I can barely do it. That game has tough combos. Do I play Overwatch? I used to. I used to love Overwatch. What did I think of the MK movie? It was fine. It was exactly what I expected. But Battle of the Realms, dude? Oh my god, I'm so excited for Battle of the Realms. I'm super hyped, dude. I'm super hyped. Uh-oh. Man is saying to cut my hair. Listen, I don't want to cut it until it's long enough to actually do stuff with it. Uh-oh, I see Matt's in the chat. Sup, Matt? It's my buddy. Do I plan on making videos on games before MK9? Probably not, because there's like 3 other channels that already do that. They do retrospect videos on just those specific games, and I don't want to push into their territory. That seems kind of rude. The Injustice animated movie, yes, I'm so excited. The only thing about that I hate is that the voice actors are not all from the games. And the voice actors from the game are the ones that were famous in the TV shows and stuff. So to not have them in the film is really weird. I look like Shaggy. Yes, Waluigiism. Your name is hard for me to say. Waluigiism. Yeah, I've been told that I'm Shaggy multiple times. You are not the first. You will not be the last. Do I like monkeys? Yeah, monkey. But I'm terrified of being next to one. They'll probably kill me. Do I think Molina is overrated? Nah, I think Molina is one of the staple characters. I would say that Katana and Molina are tied, just like Sub-Zero and Scorpion are tied. Those are like the big four, and Raiden's also very popular. And Johnny Cage. But I think Molina is probably above those two, honestly. Oh, Black Dragon. Yo, what's up? You're here too. Sick. My buddies are starting to show up. That's cool. I'm glad the stream worked out because I was trying to message my buddy Matt and see if he could test it for me, and he was busy, I guess. So I was really scared. My favorite motivational character in any media? What does that mean? My favorite motivational character. What does that mean? I don't get that question. I guess Midoriya is pretty inspiring. I don't know. Too bad My Hero's really boring in Season 5, but... Collector cosplay? Dude, go for it. That'd be so hard. You gonna make mechanical arms and stuff too? Kung Lao is underrated? Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of weird they made Kung Lao the joke character in like 11 because that was never him. That was always Liu Kang, and then Kung Lao was like the more serious one. So to flip that was kind of weird. I don't mind it at all, but I always saw Kung Lao... Okay, here, real quick. Here's a peek into my brain. I always saw Liu Kang as the guy you could trust. Like, Liu Kang is a typical monk character. He'll never betray you. He's not hiding any dirty magazines under his bed. He's a typical straight-cut good guy. Kung Lao is the character that I'd be afraid of because the second he decides to kill me, he will. And he probably does have dirty magazines under his bed. And he probably goes against the Shaolin teachings whenever he feels like it, right? That's how I always saw it. And also, Liu Kang didn't do fatalities in the old games. They were always like goofy ones. He didn't straight up kill you. Kung Lao straight up killed you. So that's how I always saw those two. And in recent games, they've kind of changed that up and it kind of confuses me. But Kung Lao used to be the guy that like you feared way more than Liu Kang because he would actually kill you. Kung Lao is egotistical. Yeah, well, I kind of blame Netherrealm for that because I don't like how in the recent games made by Netherrealm, they know about their own prophecy. That's weird to me. The idea that Liu Kang already knows that he's destined to fight Shao Kahn is stupid to me. He should not already know that. The idea that Kung Lao already knows he's descended from Kung Lao is stupid to me. He should not know that. That should be kept hidden from him. Thanks so much, Nikolai. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Okay. I've already answered a lot of these questions. So I think it's time to play some video games real quick, just for a bit. What games do y'all recommend? What games should we play? I kind of want to play something that's not Mortal Kombat, but it's up to y'all. What should we play? Mortal Kombat versus DC 2. Dude, I'd be down. I think, again, an unpopular opinion, but I think MK versus DC has some of the best costumes for the Mortal Kombat characters. And I know that NetherRealm knows that too because they've stolen some of them. Alright, so unfortunately some of these games I don't have on PC. So I don't have Injustice 2 on PC. I can't really play it in front of y'all because the webcam wouldn't be there. I also do not have Mortal Kombat X. So let me just tell you the options, okay? We got MK11, we have Tekken 7, we have Soul Calibur 6. And that's mainly it for PC. We have Dragon Ball FighterZ on PC also, but I'm not going to play it because I'm way too rusty. Skullgirls, I do have Skullgirls, but I'm too bad. I'd get annihilated. Plus, there's like nobody playing. You can't find matches. Oh, man. We're getting like more people saying MK11, but we're getting a lot of people saying Tekken 2. Okay. You know what? This is tough. This is why I wasn't going to play games originally, because I feel so bad. I'm going to have to disappoint some of you. Like, no matter which game I pick, I'm going to disappoint some people, and I hate that. I can't play Strive on PC. I don't have it on PC. Flip a coin? You know, that is the best way to do it, isn't it? Do I even own any coins? I don't think I have any change. I think I only have like cold hard cash or plastic for my debit and credit cards. What? Actually, only debit. Only debit is what I have. Don't get credit cards. I only have debit. Let's see. Do I have any coins? Oh my god, I found one. I found like an ancient coin. I found a really, really old coin that was like randomly in my house because whenever I get change, I put it in the tip jar. I never keep any coins. So we got lucky. We found one. So we'll do heads is Mortal Kombat 11. And then tails, we'll do Tekken because I don't think Soul Calibur got enough. And I'm also rusty in Soul Calibur. Okay, here we go. Okay. It's heads. Y'all lucked out. It's Mortal Kombat. So y'all got lucky. I was actually very, very down to play like Tekken because I think a lot of y'all need to learn the enjoyment that is 3D fighters, but it looks like we're playing Mortal Kombat. Okay, where is it? Oh, do I have a cord for this? I might not be able to play. These cables aren't very trustworthy. I'll try. I'll try my best to play. Because these, I gotta adjust this guy big time, right? I think I'll be like here or something. I gotta be in a different spot entirely for gameplay. I don't want to cover anything up. Play spawn. Hey, listen, I'll play whoever I want to. I know I'm like really off center, but that's because this cable I'm playing from with the controller is super short, but it's the only cable that I trust. Let me go ahead and just turn this. Okay. Okay, now it's not nearly as bad. I can kind of play now. Okay. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure I have a build that I can even use. Put it in between the meter bars. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm going to try and do. A King of the Hill lobby? That could be fun. Then if I lose right away, I get to just watch y'all play. It's kind of a win-win, huh? I want to make sure I have a Shao Kahn build. Shao Kahn's the most fun. We all agree. Annihilation. Why do I have Annihilation? It's a fun move, but I think we all know that the you gotta have ground shatter. I gotta make sure I actually check these custom builds because I do custom builds just for the channel sometimes for a video, so they will not be what I want to actually play with. Ice Auger, Micro Burst, and the third one's always up in the air. Ice Quake is pretty fun. Frost is one of those weird characters where her third ability can be anything. Like, she doesn't need any of these moves. I'll do Air Ice Quake just for fun. It's fun to slide. They see me rolling. I do like Shiva. I may play Shiva. Do y'all see that I have, like, nothing unlocked for Shiva? Okay. I like Dragon's Dance, but I don't actually play with it. Wait, what's the move that I'm looking for? I'll look for the inputs. I'll find it that way. Oh, it's Queen's Punishment. That's the move that I want, where she grabs the ankles. Yes. I'm very old school. I play Variation 1 Shiva. Battle Scars, Death March, yeah. That's my build. Okay, well, it's variation 2, but you know what I mean. I play like a custom... I play one of the default builds. That's how I play her. That's pretty much all the characters that I actually enjoy playing lately. Ninja Ma! See, I love the Say Cheese ability. It's like my favorite. This may actually be what I want in terms of abilities for Johnny Cage. I think I like this. I think I like this. But if I do King of the Hill, how do y'all join me? How does that work? Oh, Katana? They want... Oh, of course Katana, right? Like, of course. I already have that already ready. Like, it's already built and ready to go. I already got my favorite build. I would do rooms. Yeah. But how do y'all join without me inviting? I've never actually done this before. Tell you what, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. It's like legit 10 feet from like my studio. I'll be right back. Bathroom break, then we're gonna make this happen. Y'all can walk me through it. Because I've never done this. So this will be fun. Okay. Ugh. Oh no! It took me back to the main menu. How dare it? I have no idea why games do that. I don't get why games take you out of the menu. Okay, so you're saying make a lobby, right? So go to fighting, go to online. They're doing the dead people again for the Combat League? Okay. So King of the Hill, competitive mode on. Now, how do I get y'all to come with me? A crossplay room? Okay, how do I do that? How do I do crossplay? My screen is blurry. I'm sorry, I can't really fix that. I don't know what to do if it's blurry. Oh no, it froze. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Go to room. Oh, sorry. Go to rooms. Okay, go to rooms. Okay. So like this, and then create. Okay. What is this? What did it say? Room name. Oh, I have to type it. Okay. Does that work? You okay with that, PC? You okay with that? Okay. Now, how do I turn on these options? Toggle the switch. How? How do I do like that? Okay, I do it back out. Do I have to do it in like the main menu? Oh, whoops. Oh, he said right there, so I was in the right spot. Darn it, let me try again. Very unintuitive, I can't even tell what to do. Okay. It's not under profile or anything, right? It's not going to be here. No, go back to the game. Okay. Room matchmaking? Oh, is it right there? Is that crossplay? King of the Hill. Okay. What else can I do? Okay, someone join, but where's the crossplay option? Oh, so you gotta be on a console. Well, I can't make it in PS4, guys, because then you wouldn't be able to see the face cam or anything. And I'd have to stop the stream and start fresh. So we gotta do it this way, unfortunately. How do we play? Do I just challenge people? Competitive? And then add? Okay, I just wait for more, right? Okay. Get on in here, people. Get your butts in here. Oh, you're all on console? Sorry about that. No, it's on PC, not Xbox. Sorry. One of these days, I'll have like a more natural play with the fans. We'll probably just like not even record it. I'll just play normally, and y'all can all join. We'll do it that way. I'm sorry they all are on PC. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know. Okay, we got 3. That's good. That was only 2. This man has played like 2,000 plus games. That's crazy. How do we play? Challenge. Oh, spin challenge. Okay. I guess I'll challenge. Oh, here we go. 4. Nice. Okay, now we can start playing. If it's King of the Hill, shouldn't it like start by default and then we just keep going down? I don't know. All right, I haven't played this game in forever. I'm super rusty. What? Oh, am I not playing? Am I just watching or something? I want to start the match. Oh, it's doing Xbox settings. That's why I'm confused. I'm gonna play Shao Kahn because Shao Kahn's just fun. Like you gotta play Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I know it's mean to say, but her costumes in this game are pretty bad. She has one that I like, and it's the weird armored one, where she looks like a kind of like a cross between a genie in the bottle and a knight. That's the best one. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do my best. This is a really weird setup. I predict at some point I'm gonna get too hype, and the controller's gonna be unplugged, and I will lose. But we'll see.
Round 1. Fight.
It is so laggy on my end. We'll make it work. Oh, he got me. Nice. Oh, yeah, oh, you got me. You got me. Oh, no. Oh, overheads. Whoop. Oh, oh no, he's making the comeback. It's happening. Oh. Will he roll? Oh, it didn't reach. Oh no! I don't have the bar? Oh. I dropped the easiest. Oh, it's so laggy. That's an overhead. That's right. There's a random overhead in there. I swear, guys, I'm trying to block. It's super duper laggy. But that could be my fault, so I don't want to complain too much. That could be the stream, because I'm streaming and playing. But it's so laggy. How does it look on y'all's end? Is it like super like fuzzy or anything?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh no! He's throwing stuff at me. Yeah, it's super laggy, guys. I'm sorry. Eh. Oh no. No, where's my buttons? I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay. It's so laggy, guys. I'm trying. Sorry.
Final round. Fight.
Get all the text from Koizi. Koizi's a legend. Oh, it's so laggy. Yes. Oonga boonga. These are not optimal at all. He just did it? He just did it? He just did it again. This man's playing MK9. I'm playing MK11, he's playing MK9. He's just YOLO specials. Ah, he did it again. I gotta know who I'm playing. Uh-oh. There we go. Hiya! Oh, the YOLO specials, man. We playing Street Fighter 4? That was fun though. Good game. I was getting caught by mixes because that lag is real, but it was still fun, you know? The game is still fun. How we doing? How's that chat doing? Okay, we're still rolling. This man's got to start playing the game by jumping. Never. I'll never resort to that. I'll never just be a jumping bean. No brutalities. Not that time, I'm sorry. There were no brutalities. Dexter 999.
Shao Kahn. Aaron Black.
Aaron Black. My biggest fear in this game, when there's even a little bit of lag, is just the YOLO. This game, like, in this game, raw special moves are so good, and it makes me nervous in a bad connection, because I can't react to them. So if he just does, like, a slide in neutral, I'm in a lot of trouble. Enhanced, locked, and loaded. Okay, he's gonna have combos, and he's the gunslinger. Nice, that's rare. I never see gunslinger.
Fight.
Caught him backdashing, maybe? Burn all the cheddar. Give the people what they want. He didn't duck. Oh, too far. Plus frames. Oh, oh. Delayed get up. Okay. Oh, I pressed the button, I think. I don't even know. Got him. With the big bonk. Got him with the big bonk.
Round 2. Fight.
Do I dare throw a projectile at Shao Kahn? I do. I dare. Oh, I'm a fool. Oh. 1, 2, Ender. Armor broken. Hiya. Oh. Oh, got me. Bonk. Plus frames. Think you're so smart. Oh no, he got me. I'm in trouble. That's a punish. Ah! Oh, that was sick. I like it. I should have broken away, but I was afraid he'd do the armor breaking move because he has that. Look at all this damage. Good lord, man, take it easy. That's so much damage. But why? Oh, nice. Oh, he can win this way. He can win this way. Oh, he can win this way. Oh, no. Woo! Woo! Oh. Ah, yep. He can definitely lame it out once he gets a life lead. I don't have very many answers to Shao Kahn.
Final round. Fight.
Trying to run from me, huh? Ooh. He ducked. He's a genius. He's too smart. Oh, I attacked too soon. I could lose. It's not looking good for your boy. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm pressing buttons too much. I'm getting caught by it. Oh, no. Oh, he did it. He's too smart for me. He's too smart. I'm too rusty. I'm sad about that. He's so short. I forgot. I lose. Darn. Yeah, some characters like Aaron Black have a really small crouch. So when he crouch blocks, I still go over him. Most characters I don't, I stay in front. But his character has one of those really low crouches like Johnny Cage, so that was my downfall. I didn't know that weird matchup. Big brain Aaron Black, let's go, GG. Gotta give 10. And see, now my job got a lot easier. Now I can just watch people play. I think I definitely could have won that. I just choked super hard once he got me with that one mix. But it's all good. We're just here to have fun. The whole point was just to answer questions about YouTube, and then people just kept asking random fighting game questions.
Katana.
Food check-in? Oh no, check Junior? Check JN? Maybe it is meant to be N, but he had to change it for some reason. Because that's definitely a capital J, right? I'm going to call it Food Check-In. And then Dexter 999.
Dragon Fight Club.
That is why I kind of miss armored moves from MKX, because I could have actually had an answer when he was just firing projectiles at me, but without an armored move, I don't. Netherrealm does not understand how important armored moves were for MK like games. They got rid of them, and that was really crazy to do that. Oh, Katana jumping in. Oh, got the low mix. Oh, he didn't punish. It's a hard punish. Oh, got the hit, and that's the confirm. Uh-oh. Trying something fancy, you got a short hop. Oh, okay, doesn't want the crushing blow, wants a combo. This is interesting. Wow, this is some big 5 brain right happening right now, right? This is some of the highest IQ play I've seen. I don't know what to predict here. There it is, that's the 50-50. There's the boot again. Nope. In the acid though, doesn't matter. That is why Katana's fun. She always has that little bitty 50-50. Not always low overhead, but like if she's gonna stop early or enhance. Very good anti-air. Fast reactions. There's the acid. Ugh. That's what did me in, man. That acid pour is strong. But is it stronger than Katana's 3 strings? Nice. You gotta punish that, man. You can punish that straight up. That regular fan is really minus. I'm 14 old. You're 14 years old? Dang. GG. You're a bit young for this game, though. But I was playing R-rated, or I was playing mature games at a very young age also. Much younger than 14. Uh-oh. He stepped on her foot. And she has exposed toe shoes. It's gonna hurt more. Here it is. The keep away that killed me. What do you do? What do you do? Man, Netherrealm, why'd you do that? Why'd you give a character a 1-button projectile? But they can just keep doing. It's good though, it's good. That's why armor was so cool. Armor dealt with a lot of that stuff. Again? Ah, he did, but it didn't work. It was a good idea. Oh, anyone's game now. Sand. And back to. Nice. So many fans. That's not the right punish. We got him though. Oh, broke away. That could have been a crushing blow. Oh, anyone's game. Ooh, yo! Going to fatal blow. Oh, he wanted the crushing blow really bad. Oh, now he can throw stuff. Yep, not enough health. It was a good idea. Back before they actually nerfed Aaron Black, that would have worked because it was way faster. That was fun. Wow. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, the unexpected keeps up. Like, expect the unexpected. It keeps happening. Okay, give 10. Gotta give 10. Pay your respects. Gotta go to work soon. That's okay, Supernova. No worries, man. No worries at all. And I think we have another player too. Yeah. Andrew.
Jackie Briggs.
How long have I been going for here? Almost 2 hours, not bad. The opponent left, but why? I'm gonna leave the stream by. Okay, I guess they just wanted to be here. It's me then. Okay, me again.
Jackie Briggs.
Jackie? Okay, who should I play?
Jackie Briggs. Frost.
Frost? Okay. Uh-oh. It's crashing. They left also? I didn't leave. Wasn't that me playing? No? Left because they picked Jackie. That's horrible. They can pick whoever they want. Can't tell someone who they can play? That's ridiculous.
Frost.
I should have picked a better costume.
Spawn.
Spawn? Oh, man. Whoa. And this might be it, guys, because I do have some prior engagements. So this might be it, but this will be fun.
Tank Garage First bunker.
I hope it's not laggy on Dexter's end. That'd be nice at least. There's these weird, like, massive frame drops every now and then, but you can make it work, for sure. I think it's my fault for streaming. I think I'm learning the limits of my internet.
Round one. Fight.
Nice punish. Ah, that's Frost for you. Whoa, what an anti-air. That was sick. Or air-to-air. Nice, he's aggressive. The pizza is aggressive. I gotta stop jumping when he jumps. Got him. Let's go. Got him. The bait and switch. That's all I got. I only have like big brain plays because I think I'm outmatched in skill here. He's been playing the game way more recently than me, so all I have are the big brain plays. Like that. Okay.
Round two. Fight.
I didn't do down one fast enough. I gotta block low. That's a really sneaky move to have. Nice. Good idea. Ooh. Oh, the 50-50s. He's doing me dirty with the guessing games. Oops. Oh, delay wake up's so good. Jumped. He just jumped. Oh no. He's got so many guns. Oh, I tried to go over it with the dive. Did not work. Yep. Netherrealm loves their pew-pews.
Final round. Fight.
I don't think I know how to deal with the guns. I thought he was gonna throw. I really did. Is he meaning to do that? I could have punched that, I'm dumb. Oh my god, the low will always get me. I never find any spawns who use that. Oh, just twice, huh? Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why? Okay, plus. You can just do that twice, huh? I can't break away. It wouldn't let me. I just gotta do it straight up, huh? Oh, I tried. I can't go under it. Netherrealm loves their projectiles. Oh, he got me with the sweep. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, I don't know what to do against that. I've never fought any spawns that actually used that move, the low parry. I thought about like hitting it, but if I do that, I'll get parried. So I couldn't down 3 it or anything. So it was tricky. Those down 1 shenanigans. If it's just me and him, then I kind of want to try one more character. I think everyone else left. That's the sad part. Make a vlogging channel? I mean, that could be fun, but like trying to manage 2 channels kind of sucks. If y'all want any more advice from your boy Underdog, don't make a second channel unless your first channel is God tier. Like, I'm talking several million subscribers. Otherwise, don't make a second channel. All you're doing is splitting your audience up for no reason. Because like I do like, you know, statues and stuff where I unbox them on this channel and they still get around like 30,000 views. So there's no reason to not just mix and match it. Why does my hair do this? It's like just way out there. And I don't know why. There's no reason why it should do that. I swear it waited right for the stream and then started shooting out in all directions and making me self-conscious. What if 1 million? Then you can make a second channel. Are you asking me like if I hit 1 million? It's not gonna happen. It'd be cool, but it's not gonna happen. I don't commit nearly hard enough for that. I have to be a full-time tuber. Boonga boonga. By the way, I really appreciate Dexter999 picking Devore. That's awesome. Uh-oh. The only thing Dexter is kind of missing is his punish game. He's not always punishing things that are super unsafe. Oh, too late. You gotta amplify right away with that. Devore is fun though, man. Devore is fun. Ooga Booga. It's a fun name. I like the name Ooga Booga.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, the overheads. Oh, and the low. The double jump and kick. Is that some tech I don't know about? Why do that? That could be GG if he wants it to be. Yep. If Ooga Booga had broken away there, it would have been game over because that move restands, and any move that breaks armor does more damage when it does break armor. Alright, how we doing? Alright, we're over the 2-hour mark, and that's sadly all I have time for today, everybody. But that was fun. That was fun. Maybe one of these days I can get you all to play other games like Tekken or Soul Calibur or just anything that's not already Mortal Kombat. But that was fun. That was fun to watch. So I hope you all enjoyed as well. I'm not sure how to end streams. Bye. I see y'all saying bye. Yeah, I don't know how to end streams, really. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope I answered most of your questions. The most disgusting taunts, any taunt that actually has an ability. That's what I like about Third Strike. The taunts actually did stuff. They like gave your character more damage or more health, or your next move was better on counter hit, or your next move forced a counter hit, all that cool stuff. Yeah, GG's best in the world. That was fun. That was really fun. I got humbled, but that's okay because I haven't played him forever, so I deserve to lose. That's how that works. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of your weekend. I'm going to try and watch Invincible with my pops maybe on Sunday. And for today, I have prior engagements. Got to go celebrate a birthday, so that's next up for me. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Take it easy and stay underdogs. That's what I always say, right? Stay. Oh, what's your question? Fuck. Oh, what's this guy? I didn't answer your question. What is your question? Maybe you were lost amidst the trolls. I mean, I've already seen Invincible, but I want my dad to see it. That's the thing. But I'll see you all later. Have a fantastic weekend. Take it easy. Stay happy. And stay underdogs.